Hi everyone, it's Jane Story. I'm a movement and performance coach, and I'm helping those who love sport and who want to compete to train their mind-body connection. And today I'd like to speak to you about time and space and the zone or the flow state. But don't worry, this is not a cosmology lecture. It's all about your training and the applications of that training when you're in contention. Now, time. You need to set aside time, daily if you can, or weekly if every day is not possible. Set aside time to do your training, to do your practice. And what I'm teaching, part of my method, is based on ancient principles and training from the Eastern world, specifically seated meditation, standing practice, and slow walking. So all of these things are very traditional in the East. And when you practice, try to do it yourself, okay? It's an effort. It really is an effort to try to make everything quiet inside, to follow your breathing with a relaxed attention, and to try to remember that you have a physical body rather than just being in the head. Okay, so no apps, please, no gadgets, no gizmos. Just you and the time to practice. Space now. When you do your training, certainly what I've found, and it's the feedback that I get from many of my students, is when you train yourself to be quiet and to follow the breathing and relax your body, you actually create a lot of space within yourself. Mental space. Your mind is not cluttered with all the usual, stuff that's in there. You have some kind of freedom and detachment from anxiety and from negative emotions. So this is the result of practice, the result of effort. When you're in contention, let's say you're about to go and perform a gymnastics routine, or you're standing at the first tee in a golf tournament, or you're about to receive your opponent's second serve, which you just have to return. Any of these situations, they naturally create anxiety. But you can counter that anxiety by recalling your training. You need to create the space to allow the zone or the flow state, which we know is so akin to the meditative state. You need to allow it to appear. And if you're doing your training and you're making that consistent effort, you can get into that same meditative state within just a few moments, within just a few deep breaths. Okay? So obviously your whole nervous system, your mind, your biochemistry is all going to be screaming, oh my God, what's going to happen? What if I miss? What if I look stupid? What did my coach say? And, the traditional or the mainstream approach to counter that is to think about your technique and think positively. But, trust me and trust yourself, trust your training. You need to just let go of all that stuff. When you're standing over the ball, or you're about to perform your routine, or walk out onto the stage or the court, whatever it is, when you have to perform movement, complex movement, in a way that's fluid, precise, effortless, and powerful, you need to bring the mind and body together. And to do that, you must create the space to allow it to happen. All right? Now, I have a free training report on my website. The one there at the moment is called Relaxed Power, and that's about training the standing practice that I spoke of. I also have another free report which is called Breathing to Win, and if you want that, send me an email. Tell me a little bit about yourself and your sport, and I'll be happy to hear from you. Okay, happy training.